We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Broncos at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
You look at this Raiders defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. And this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the air on the opening drive. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4. So here's a 3rd and 14. Throwing Nix. Complete to Bryant. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Bronco defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Now Milton. That's caught by Tucker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Ready? 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing is Milton. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jack Bech from 17 yards out. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Setting up a screen for Harvey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Good reaction actions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's Milton. Downfield and caught by Thornton. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 68 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
The score, Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Smash, down. Check.
On first down, it's Genty. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
70 Rangers, 19, 18. Ready.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
76.
Milton. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Raiders. Travis Kelce, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Carlson on for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
79, 70, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Get it! Bronco, curve 19, curve 19. Ready.
To throw, it's Milton. That's to Bowers once again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They can start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll go again with Genty. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
50 bucks, 70 Lions.
To throw is Milton. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
At the 27
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
13 on the play. It's 4th down.
They're going. It's Nix. He'll try to do it himself. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Nix. Dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
The dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Nix from the shotgun. Bryant has it. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, Nix. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Able to find the open there. That's complete. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. Over the middle, it's complete. Well, the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Nix going to keep this himself. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A final shot before break. Milton. And he's going to go down. for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
The more slick is smooth, it's nothing to a bluff. I can see them
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here's Milton now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Let's go.
Back to throw. Milton. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That is caught. Loose inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing left side here, it's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Broncos. 1st down.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Harvey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that's going to be incomplete. there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. Fourth down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Pat the 60. Take off.
Now Milton. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
79 Broncos. Ready, go.
Throwing is Milton. Downfield and caught by Thornton. He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And Sutton will have the Broncos first down as he's up to the 18. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this all the way down inside the Vegas 20. A huge play there for Denver. 65 yards.
5 yards is the gain on the play.
Nix to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And cooked up. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big over there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive will begin with a run by Jeanty. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go!
Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate it. Not cool.
A Raider first down, 17 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now a hand off to Jeanty. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Las Vegas.
Ready? Cougar 19. Go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Let's go.
And they take a knee.
Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
And they will take a knee here. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. He'll air this one out from Mims. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him,